Hey everybody, and welcome into the Real Estate Minute Show for another short episode. If you hear the gardener outside, it seems like there's a gardener every 10 minutes for every home. So there's a gardener 7 days a week, all day long. Shouldn't there be like a consortium of gardeners that come just for an hour for all the homes at one time? Anyway, it's always bothered me all these years. Putting that aside, I wanted to talk about a new home buyer and their ability to buy a house. This is how simple things are. Okay, we deal with new home buyers all the time. People that are young, people in their 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, first time home buyer, and they've tried to save and try to understand how to save in order to get a house. And it's this simple. It's all the individual choices you make during every day of every year that will allow you to either buy a house or not buy a house, or buy the house you want versus the house that's kind of not what you want. And it comes down to sushi, okay? I did an episode back in episode 14. This is episode 70 now, so this is a long time ago. Okay, we did another episode on how coffee is destroying your ability to buy a house or buy your dream house. It's the same concept I'm talking about here, just a little bit more intense, okay? This is the math. It's very, very simple in today's market. Every piece of $3 sushi you jam into your gullet, okay? Let's say you get a piece of sushi. It usually comes 2 pieces, right? If you eat sushi, and they're usually about $5, $6. So each one is like $3. Every $3 sushi you toss into your mouth and you dip into the soy sauce. And while it's a fun dinner and it's great and it's so tasty and yummy, okay, that piece of sushi services will allow you to pay for a $60 mortgage. So let's say you go out to dinner, but you don't just stop with one, right? You get like a dinner. So you're spending like $100 for you and your boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, whatever it is. It's $100 for dinner. You get drinks and all kinds of stuff. That's a $2,000 loan that you're paying for. Let's say you want a fancy car. You make pretty decent money. You get a car, maybe one of the Teslas or something. It's $800 a month, or probably more than that. $800 a month for that car, that decision you made, is a $16,000 loan, okay, that you're paying every month. That you're paying to the car instead of paying to a house. Now we get to the big money though. You have a big vacation coming up. You've saved, and you're going to spend $5,000 on a vacation, which in today's world is not that massive of a vacation anymore. It's so expensive to travel. But that $5,000 vacation you're taking would have paid a $100,000 loan for the year. Okay, so you see what I'm getting at? Every decision you make, sushi, a drink of sake, a beer, a ball game, a vacation, all those things add up into how much money you could pay on a mortgage, because you're likely going to get a mortgage, in order to buy a house. And every decision affects it. Now, I'm not saying don't enjoy your life. Okay, let me say it again. I'm not saying don't enjoy your life in the savings that you put together so far. If you're making decent money, you can afford your rent, you can afford your bills, you don't have much debt, much credit card debt, go enjoy and have sushi every now and then. But don't do it all the time. Okay, people are just doing things to kind of keep up with their friends and their neighbors, and they're going out and they have the car in the driveway and all this kind of stuff. And the problem is they can never afford the mortgage of the house that the car is sitting on. And we see this a lot. Okay, we see people that are struggling just because they decided to stick a piece of sushi in their mouth 5 days a week instead of maybe once every 2 weeks. That's how you buy a house. Anyway, thanks for tuning in today for the next 2, 3, 4 minutes, and we'll talk to you next week. Take care.